claiming the crown in Kaunas. For a record extending 11th time, Real Madrid are the reigning kings of Europe.
The happiness was amazing for everybody. We work a lot along all this season to finish with the title, and we fight to come back, and it was an amazing feeling for everybody.
Keeping their championship core and bringing back Facundo Campazzo, can Real become the fourth team in modern EuroLeague history to defend the title?
It's going to be my third time here in Real Madrid. I want to play and be part of this team again and try to fight for every game and every title.
When you play for Real Madrid, there is no other ambition than win every tournament, every competition you play. So we know how difficult it is, but we have to work well, be patient, be humble, be ready, and be in the best conditions.
On the Côte d'Azur, a seismic signing, as four-time NBA All-Star Kemba Walker crosses the Atlantic to join French champions AS Monaco.
I'm expecting it to be a challenge. I'm not expecting it to be easy. Obviously, I'm a guy who's had a pretty good NBA career, so coming here, I know it's going to be a huge target on my back. But I'm a competitor. Somebody of that stature and the accomplishments he's had in the NBA and All-Star and the whole nine, he has the career that all players dream of. But he's super humble, he's super down to earth, he wants to learn, he wants to just be a part of the team, and it's a dream pickup for us.
Finishing third at the Final Four in just their second season, AS Monaco are fast becoming a formidable force in the EuroLeague.
People put us even more in a group of favorites, which, gain certain weight, on your shoulders. I'm really looking forward to see the reaction on that kind of pressure.
We have to just keep that underdog mentality. Guys are going to be out to get us, and that's a good thing. So goals is to win everything, win it all. I just want to win. That's what it's about. I want to continue that success for this club.
Once the dominant force in European basketball. Now a new era for Panathinaikos Athens, and a chance to create a new legacy.
After many years that Panathinaikos didn't reach the Final Four, now there is a big emotion. Of course, we are new team, but this time the preparation will be over immediately when the EuroLeague will start. To try to win more games and try to reach first the playoffs, and then, of course, our goal is to go to the Final Four.
In a sea of summer signings, one man made arguably the largest waves. Kostas Sloukas changing red for green.
People generally read the papers and internet fake news. They don't know exactly what happened. Me, presidents and coaches know exactly what happened. So my decision is to come in Panathinaikos for next 3 years and to try the best for this team.
Kostas is one of the best point guards in the EuroLeague in the last 5-6 seasons, and he's a very smart player. He's a very good player for my pick and roll system. It was an incredible big transfer for the club.
A new era, but the goal remains the same: glory on Europe's grandest stage.
So close, yet so far. Reaching the EuroLeague championship game for the first time in 6 years, it was not to be for Olympiakos Piraeus.
It's really difficult to overcome the feeling of losing the game like that, missing the title for one buzzer beater. But that's basketball, and sometimes you realize that's life.
Yes, it's painful, but this is the beauty of the sport, That's how it is, and that's why we all love this sport.
Seeking redemption, the Reds are reunited with Nikola Milutinov, determined to deliver European silverware.
Of course, I would like to win the EuroLeague because I didn't win yet in my career, and this is the dream for every player. I'm really honored to be back in this team and to play in front of the amazing fans.
It's been an off-season to remember. A summer of blockbuster signings. Two-time EuroLeague winner Facundo Campazzo is reunited with reigning champions Real Madrid. While Los Blancos alumnus Willy Hernan Gomez returns to Europe, joining arch-rivals FC Barcelona. The first Israeli to be named EuroLeague rising star, Yam Madar, takes his talents to Turkey and Fenerbahce Beko Istanbul. Fresh from winning the EuroLeague, former best defender Adam Hanger adds steel to Cervena Zvezda's front court. And in Milan, a European giant lands.
It feels amazing. I believe every new start it's very exciting, challenging. I'm happy to be here to represent this great club, this great organization.
Adding the 2022 EuroLeague MVP Nikola Mirotic to a star-studded roster, EA7 Emporio Armani Milan appear a force to be reckoned with this season.
It doesn't happen every day that there is a possibility to add such a level player to your team. It's a great honor and pleasure to have him here, but it's also that great responsibility on all of us to be up to the level of the challenge.
I believe we have a team and that we are capable to be a Final Four team. And we're going to go with that idea. And that's maybe a pressure for the team, for myself, but we got to work under the pressure.
All change in Catalonia. Amongst a roster shake-up, a Spanish star lands at FC Barcelona after 7 years in the NBA.
It's a dream come true for me, to be back at home in Spain, in a beautiful city. Having those years outside from Spain, from your culture, it was amazing to learn and to grow, but I was missing, my family. So I'm super excited to play with Barca and try to fight for glory.
Taking the reins on the bench, a man who knows what it takes to win the EuroLeague title with La Blaugrana.
Maybe you can imagine if you are a Barcelona fan since you're born, now you are the coach of this team. So I cannot express with words what I really feel. Knowing how this organization works, what people think about the team and the players and the results, how you play, I think this is going to be useful for me.
I'm going to bring hustle, passion, all my skin. I'm going to give my 120% every single game from the fans, from my teammates. I'm going to be there for them.
That was probably my longest year. Why? Because I was not involved. I think it was a great year for me to learn and to see basketball from another perspective.
Two-time EuroLeague champion and twice Coach of the Year Pablo Lasso starts his first head coach role outside his native Spain, taking the reins at FC Bayern Munich.
There is different cultures on every club. You have to adjust, and this is important. I think is a great part of a human being able to adjust to the situation that you're involved in that moment.
With Lasso on the sidelines, the Bavarians set their sights on reaching the EuroLeague playoffs for the second time in club history.
From the first day that I got here, they're talking about the playoffs. It means there is ambition there. If I make the playoffs, I want to win that playoffs. And my ambition is make sure that we're competitive, that we play hard every night, that we're able to play our best basketball. That way, we will make the playoffs, and we'll see.
We welcome you to the German capital,
Mercedes-Benz Arena, the home venue of Alba Berlin.
Berlin, the host city of this season's Turkish Airlines EuroLeague Final Four, where the champions will be crowned.
Berlin is such an international city. You have a lot of basketball fans here. It's a real great opportunity for the club, for the EuroLeague to have it here. Yeah, we're really happy that we have it here in Berlin, and hopefully we take part of it.
Boasting one of the youngest rosters in the competition, once again Alba Berlin pose a serious threat as EuroLeague underdogs.
This year is going to be a challenging one for sure, but the club always wants to grow, always wants to develop players, and I think we have a lot of talent in this group, if we get it together, I think we can really be competitive.
In Villeurbanne, one of France's finest chases more EuroLeague history.
Nando De Colo, just like that, becomes the second highest point scorer in EuroLeague history.
I think maybe the most difficult sometime in a long career is to be regular on what you do. I'm a competitor. You know, every title I can win, I will try to do my best as a player and for the team to go and take it.
Adding new faces to an experienced core, is this the year LDLC Asvel Villeurbanne progressed to the EuroLeague playoffs for the first time in the modern era?
Last year is last year. We can't change or do anything about it, but that's every season. It's always a new opportunity, and that's the beauty of it.
I hope this year, you know, with the team we have and the way we bounce, I hope will be a different outlook.
Still to come, an American duo go again in Belgrade. Six-time European champions dream in Israel. And a new era dawns in Istanbul.
Let's go! I feel devotion.
In Belgrade, one of Europe's most decorated players returns home.
Milos Teodosic!
Oh, and he's having one of those nights.
Milos, down to business.
I was playing in 4 great countries, but Serbia is different because this is your country, you know, your people. This is the team that I was cheering since I was born. The emotions are even bigger playing for RSA.
MVP in 2010 and named to the EuroLeague All-Decade team, can Milos Teodosic lead Crvena Zvezda Meridian Bet Belgrade to the playoffs for the first time since 2016.
Finally, he's here. And I'm really happy because we're, first of all, great friends. And then on the court, he makes everything much easier for me and for everybody else.
No, I would like we to go step by step, game by game, and that we grow as a team and playing better and better, and to go, you know, goal by goal. So we will see.
Across town, a statement made on Partizan Mostar Bet Belgrade's EuroLeague return. You'd expect nothing less from Europe's most successful coach.
It was a great experience for us, and we need to use the experience in the future. It was obvious that team fight, that try to give everything. You are always satisfied with yourself if you understand that you try to do everything. This is the more important thing.
Crucial to Partizan's rise, an American duo who have found a home in the Serbian capital.
For me, the biggest thing for me was just trying to be the best leader I could be. And that's it. It was my first time being the captain of a professional team, so, you know, that was new for me. I was trying to find different ways to reach my teammates without, you know, being the captain in which, you know, he's always the loudest one or the most vocal and things of that nature. And, you know, still being myself.
Being a part of something and being able to build it from the ground up is definitely a blessing. Not a lot of American players get a chance to do that in Europe. There are a lot of great fan bases, but this atmosphere that's created game by game is something special.
Let's take a look at EuroLeague stars aiming to build on an impressive debut season. A scoring machine for Žalgiris Kaunas in his rookie season, averaging 11.6 points per game, Ignas Brazdeikis joins runners-up Olympiacos. Making the move from Vitoria Gasteiz to Istanbul, Darius Thompson led the EuroLeague in assists with 6.7 per game. Will he pull the strings in a new-look Anadolu Efes Istanbul backcourt? Across the city, Jonathan Motley suits up for his sophomore season with Fenerbahce Beko Istanbul as one of the most exciting bigs in the league. And Shabazz Napier ignited the EuroLeague, averaging 15 points in a dozen games for Milan, shooting 45% from range. Can he repeat his form at Red Star?
Guess who's flying through? Yoyos Papagiannis.
For the first time in his EuroLeague career, Yoyos Papagiannis leaves his native Greece for new beginnings.
Of course, it was difficult to leave. You know, Pana always will have
has a special place in my heart, but I really thought it was the right place to be, and that's why I chose it.
It helped that we had a communication and understanding, but he addressed that to me. He was very concrete and very sincere. He wanted to make the step. I believe it's a very good addition.
I had the opportunity with coach to play with him because we had the national team before. I know what he expects from me on the court.
With the addition of the big Greek to the core roster, the target for Fenerbahce Beko Istanbul is a return to the Final Four for the first time since 2019.
Our ultimate goal is, to get the Final Four. I don't say it's going to be easy. EuroLeague is getting tough and tough every year, but the chemistry and the ambitions are there.
On the European side of Istanbul, Anadolu Efes welcomes a new face on the bench, reigning Eurocup Coach of the Year, Erdem Can.
Efes is not just one of the biggest clubs in Turkey, also Efes one of the biggest basketball organization in Europe, an organization who has a winning attitude. And it's just so important for me to be part of this organization who has great targets and mission and vision.
Narrowly missing out on a playoff spot last season, could new leadership be the key to redemption for the two-time EuroLeague champions?
He's a very passionate coach. He loves basketball. He thinks about basketball all day, every day. He's come to me multiple times and said that he hasn't slept at all at night due to preseason games. He knows that he can't be perfect, we can't be perfect, no player can be perfect, but he's going to chase perfection.
Whatever competition you have, you want to be the best and you will fight for the best. I will try to make my team to give their best on the court, and same for me, and we will see where we can go.
No, Howard. No, Marcus Howard!
Larkin, James, Vildosa. Baskonia Vitoria-Gasteiz has established itself as a breeding ground for some of the best guards on the continent. And last season, Marcus Howard became the latest to announce his arrival in the Basque country.
What I'm able to do on the basketball court isn't possible, without the organization believing in me. And, I really take pride in just being able to be, a player for the fans out there, to be able to bring them excitement, bring them joy whenever, I step out on the court.
Missing out on the playoffs in the final round of last season, the Basques have reinforced as they plot another push for the postseason.
We have a great group of guys this year. I love the chemistry that we're building, and we all have goals of, proving a lot of people wrong and achieving a lot of great things this year.
Having 1 year under my belt, knowing what to expect in high-level games, I'm excited to see, just not only what I can do, but what our team can do. We have a new team this year, and I'm looking forward to seeing just how we par and how we compete, with the rest of the EuroLeague. So it should be exciting.
Valencia Basket boasts an ace in the backcourt, who produced one of the standout moments of last season.
Jones fakes, fires, puts it down. Valencia in a stunner.
Probably one of the biggest moments in basketball in my life. For it to be my first game winner in a situation like that, especially EuroLeague, it was great for me and something I'll never forget.
This year, Chris Jones and co will need to create even more unforgettable plays if La Toronja are to reach the playoffs for the first time since 2011.
I'm more big on team achievements. I didn't get where I wanted to get the team, which was to playoffs. So my goal this year is to make playoffs, and this year will be even more competitive than we were before.
Žalgiris is going to the playoffs!
Last season, a Cinderella story as Žalgiris Kaunas returned to the EuroLeague playoffs for the first time in 3 years.
We knew that we made something special for Žalgiris team and Žalgiris fans, so of course that is great memories, and we're looking to repeat that.
With 13 wins coming at home last season, Žalgiris will once again seek to make the Žalgirio Arena a fortress.
Every time fully crowded arena we have here, and for all the opponents it's not easy to play here. If we win or lose, they are with us together, staying till the last minute. You know, without them, it's not the same.
For Bologna, for what we represent, for Virtus, for the club and the history, it's important to have a base of good, strong and important Italian players on the team that can for sure play well and represent this Italian team in Europe.
As Italy's oldest basketball club, national identity runs deep at Virtus Segafredo Bologna.
Nobody can represent the team identity better than the domestic players. They know exactly what means to wear the Virtus uniform. It's important for me, it's important for the fans. You know, I will spend every single drop of my sweat, of my energy, of my body to make this team better.
Just to be a first-time team last year, playing with each other and getting that far was a big accomplishment for this club.
After back-to-back playoff appearances, Maccabi Playtika Tel Aviv are dreaming of EuroLeague glory once again.
For Maccabi Tel Aviv, we always want to be at the top. I hope that with the character that we have and with the continuation that we got, we can start the season even better this year.
When you look around the blueprint of EuroLeague of teams that have success and winning, it comes from years and years of experience, adding new pieces but not changing entire culture and character of your locker room.
Maccabi's last Final Four appearance came almost a decade ago in 2014. Is this the season the six-time champions end the streak?
Aim for this season for our club is to win more games than we did last year and also make the Final Four and championship game.
It's been a EuroLeague club from the start. Obviously, it has a reputation of being a winning club, and we need to continue that culture.
Easy, it's not going to be easy. We need to start the season first day like we end the last one. We have to be better and keep improving, starting from it.
Refreshed and ready to go. Europe's Elite 18 with eyes on the continent's biggest prize. This is the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague. And every game matters.
Let's go! I feel devotion.